you participated in the Global Oceans Commission. The Global Oceans Commission. Tell us about what the Global Oceans Commission set out to do.
All right, well, you know, I think a little bit of background, Jennifer, on why the Global Ocean Commission was actually established is important. You know, let's look at our oceans. What we were chatting about earlier is our oceans are really the blue heart of our planet. And if we use that analogy a little bit further, the heart, our own heart, we depend upon our heart for life. And the oceans are actually what provides life on Earth, no matter where on the planet we live. All 7.2 billion of us depend upon the oceans for survival, because they provide most of the oxygen that we breathe, they provide most of the fresh water that we drink, they absorb carbon dioxide, they provide protein for 3 billion people, and they regulate climate and weather, just to mention a few reasons why our oceans are important to us, let alone the simple joy that they provide us. So for too long we've taken our oceans for granted, and we've seen them as this place with this endless supply of resources, fantastic dumping grounds, and a place that is so vast and forgiving that it will just take the relentless abuse inflicted upon it. But this is so far from the truth. Global warming, overfishing, pollution, habitat loss and biodiversity loss has taken a serious toll on our oceans, and it's basically pushed our oceans to its tipping point. Just to mention a few concerns, if we look at carbon dioxide, the oceans absorb between 30 and 40% of the carbon dioxide that humans emit. And what that's doing is it's misplacing the pH balance and reducing the pH balance of our oceans, and it's creating something which is called the deadly trio. It's warming the oceans, it's making the oceans acidic, and it's destroying oxygen in the oceans. So what we're finding, for example, in our oceans is dead zones where nothing can thrive, nothing can live. And in other areas it's so acidic that animals can't create shells, or their shells are dissolving because of the acidity level.
That sounds horrible.
Absolutely.
I think some people, though, maybe people who don't usually go into the ocean would say, well, why does this affect me?
Well, exactly like I said to you, because the oceans are our life support system. And if our oceans die, we're going to die. It's, for example, going back to that heart analogy, unhealthy living habits cause coronary artery disease, right? And that can lead to a stroke or a heart attack. And by the same token, this relentless abuse that we've been inflicting upon our environment has had such severe repercussions on our global oceans that our global oceans are now critically ill. And what the diagnosis will be, if we continue to abuse our oceans the way that we are, is eventual heart attack, fatal heart attack, or otherwise global ocean ecosystem collapse. So if we say, why does it matter to me? Let's look now at carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide that's been absorbed in the ocean is killing the oceans and killing marine life. And it's the acidification of our oceans is in today's times is the greatest that it's been in the past 300 million years. And then you look at fishing. That saying, oh, there's plenty of fish in the sea, is so untrue today. 2/3 of the fish stocks in the high seas, which is the area outside of national jurisdiction, has been overexploited, and another 1/3 is completely depleted. And if we look at big fish like tuna and swordfish, up to 90% of populations are gone in the areas that they've been targeted due to overfishing. So we're basically running out of fish. Another reason we need to be concerned, each and every one of us on this planet, besides the fact that the oceans provide the oxygen that we breathe, pretty much most of it, and pretty much most of the water that we drink, is pollution. And new studies come out, which is staggering figures. They estimate that between 5 and 12 million metric tons of plastic is entering our ocean every year. Now, to give you an idea, let's take an average of 8 million metric tons. How much plastic is that?
A lot.
It's a lot. Take the whole of Cape Town CBD area, cover it in plastic up to your ankles, and that is how much plastic is entering our oceans every year. So now these scientists in their paper are saying that within the next 10 years, if it continues, this amount of pollution of plastic going into our ocean continues, we're going to have a case of 1 kilogram of plastic for every 6 kilograms of fish, assuming we've still got any fish left. Long term, what we're heading for is a lifeless, dead ocean with no fish and full of plastic, if we continue the way that we are going at the moment.